Hello, I'm John McFarland. I'm guessing you're wondering why a person living in West Ashley would be so passionate about saving a community he doesn't even live in. Fair enough. Folly is a great place, and I expect to retire to Folly at some point. My wife and I have owned two investment properties on Folly for over 25 years. They've always been long term rentals. Yes, we could have converted them to ISTRs years ago and made gobs of money, but we didn't. This video is designed to give you an understanding of my motivation and for you to see me as a person, not just a name printed on one of our publications.
Our first investment property was purchased in 1996, 109 East Hudson, a small house and a separate garage apartment. The second purchase was in 1997, 108 East Erie, a duplex. We still own and rent those four original units. All four are still long-term rentals. They have been remodeled a few times, mostly by my hand. I've been a good steward of my properties. In all that time, I've never had any desire to tear down or build larger. In fact, I'm particularly proud of the Victorian cottage I built one summer with the help of my neighbor's kids. That's what I think Folly should look like. I've been attending city council meetings for over 25 years. I've made a number of suggestions to the council during that time. In 2021, I advocated for saving the Center Street corridor by limiting height to only 2 stories. The suggestion bore fruit, and now only 2 stories are allowed, the ground level and one above. About 5 years ago, I knew Folly had an STR problem and the community was in trouble, but I couldn't figure out how one individual living in West Ashley could make a difference. About 2 years ago, I discovered a state statute that allowed for a petition. As soon as I finished reading it, I knew how I could finally do something about STRs. I would create a local neighborhood group called Save Folly's Future. The group would raise the alarm and push for STR regulations. If we couldn't convince the city council to regulate STRs, we'd go with Plan B and do a petition. That's just what happened. The rest of the story about Save Folly's Future is common knowledge. Why me? Why not me? I spend lots of time on the island working on the rentals, and I hope to retire to Folly. But the best insight I can give you goes back over 60 years. I joined the Boy Scouts when I was 11. By 15, I was an Eagle Scout, and by the time I graduated from high school, I had lots of merit badges, had attended the Boy Scout National Jamboree in Valley Forge, and had backpacked in the mountains at the Boy Scout National Ranch called Philmont, located in New Mexico. My scouting years were a great time for me. The principles I learned in scouting have been part of my value system and moral compass for nearly 60 years. I don't think my values have changed much since those scouting days. Deep down, I'm that same 15-year-old kid with a strong sense of right and wrong. I am proud of my life and what I have accomplished as a teacher, with my nonprofit Johannes Kepler Project, as a landlord, as a family man, and as a person. I have no regrets about my past actions, nor is there anything in my past to be embarrassed about. However, in the last month, certain parties have begun a whisper campaign in an effort to tarnish my character and, by extension, to diminish the referendum's momentum. I view the whisper campaign as just another attempt, along with dozens of other shenanigans, to suppress voter turnout. I say 3 things about that approach. 1, the issue is about limiting ISTRs to 800. This issue is not about me. We should be talking about why ISTRs should or should not be limited to 800. Smearing me is just another example of the opposition's efforts at misdirection. I don't think the voters of Folly Beach will fall for that kind of trickery. 2, Half a truth is often a lie. According to Ben Franklin, anyone can take an innocent fact and turn it into a lie or an accusation. For example, do you still beat your wife and kick your dog? Expect to see more lies between now and February 7th. Each lie may contain a grain of truth, however small, but it's still a lie. We should be looking into the financial and ownership interest of those individuals that are working so hard to defeat the referendum. What does the opposition really have planned for Folly Beach? Whatever it is, it will not benefit this community. Who has the best interests of the community at heart? Is it Mayor Goodwin and Catherine Houghton that supported limiting ISTRs to 800 at the council meeting? Is it the 450 petition signatories? Is it Save Folly's Future? Or is it a few individuals that profit from the continued growth of investment short-term rentals and all of those that are standing behind the curtain that you do not see, just waiting and salivating for the referendum's defeat? A wolf in sheep's clothing is still a wolf. Thanks for watching.